Hello everyone, Sheyla here, and today we have melee healing made simple. We're going to go over a moderate risk but high reward playstyle for Holy Paladins. I do not recommend this for newer Holy Paladins. If you leveled Prot or if you leveled Retribution, I would heal dungeons for about a week or two or heal raids for about a week or two, and then I would try this out. This is not going to be something you want to start doing when you are new to Holy. Also, you're going to want to know which dungeons and which fights you can do this on, because there's certain fights like Baron Geddon or High Priestess Jeklik where you don't want to do this. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. Helps me out a lot. And additionally, we've got some guides on my channel. I don't plug my channel enough in the intro, so check out the rest of my videos. And check out my leveling series. I recently leveled a Hunter on Ambershire, and it went fantastic. So let's get into talents. You're going to take Divine Intellect. Now, Spiritual Focus and Holy Judgment are going to be crucial. These are what's going to allow you to heal in melee range. You should be pushback immune if you're sitting in Concentration Aura if you take healing or Spiritual Focus. Now, Holy Judgment is going to be important too because it's going to give your Holy Lights a 1.5 second cast. This is going to be really important for helping out your tanks, especially when they're in a bad situation. Unyielding Faith, you should take that as well. And in fact, I'd say it's a requirement. You need to take that because if you get silenced or stunned, it's going to shut down healing, which this does happen. You do get silenced, you do get stunned. Fortunately, you can counter it with a bubble, or you can't PvP trinket off silences, but you can PvP trinket off stuns. Blessed Strikes is also a requirement. This is going to allow your Holy Strike to scale off of healing power, and it's going to allow your Crusader Strike to reset the cooldown on your Flash of Light. Again, you're going to be using Crusader Strike and Flash of Light, or not Flash of Light, I misspoke, Holy Shock. I always conflate the two. You're going to be using Holy Shock whenever your tank is in big trouble. And of course, you want to talent into the improved crit for your Holy Shock as well. Your primary healing is still going to be Flash of Light, but Holy Shock is going to be important too. So here's the rotation. You're going to start with Seal of Light, and then you're going to switch to Seal of Wisdom on yourself. You're going to Holy Strike, and then you're going to cast 2 Flash of Lights, and by the time you cast those Flash of Lights, your Holy Strike will be off of cooldown. It's very simple. That's it. So again, Seal of Light, Judge Light on your target, then you're going to switch to Seal of Wisdom, so when you hit your target, you regenerate mana, and then you're going to cast 2 Flash of Lights. So this is what you do when your tank is in trouble. Say your tank is taking heavy damage. What you're going to do is you are going to Flash of Light the tank, and then you're going to cast 2, or you're going to Holy Shock your tank, and then you're going to cast 2 Flash of Lights on the tank too. Now you can use your Holy Judgment stack. You can use your Holy Judgment. However, just note that when you're in this rotation, it's going to start to be burdensome on your mana. It's going to drain a lot of your mana away, and you'll see I go, so I have to use my second wind here. So keep that in mind. You always want to keep Seal of Wisdom up on yourself, not on your target. You want to keep it up on yourself. Just because Seal of Light is going to give you, it's sort of like a dot effect. It's going to give you passive healing. When you combine that with your Holy Strike, you get some very good results. And you don't need to Flash as Light the group. You can just heal the group off of Holy Strike alone. That doesn't mean don't use Flash of Light on your group. Again, it's dynamic. You want to pick and choose when you're using certain spells. But this is a basic guide. Now here's some combat. You'll see I get my Seal of Light up on the boss. I get stunned, so I bubble. Bubble is going to be your friend. You're going to use your bubble often. You don't really use bubble too much unless something bad happens in raids and dungeons. But this makes your bubble relevant again, because you're going to be in melee range and there's going to be crowd control effects that make it difficult for you to heal or stop you from healing. So that's where your bubble comes into play. So don't be afraid to bubble when you get CC'd. You'd rather bubble it off than to just sit in the CC and watch somebody drop. And I got my Lightforge boots. We're working on the Soulforge set, just so I can do stuff outside of raids, which is happy. And again, it's dynamic. Make sure that you are using your judgment not to make a paladin pun, but use your best judgment and make sure that you're using the spells that fit the current situation. Like we had a pack loose here, so I'm gonna Hammer of Justice them just to stun them until a tank can pick them up, because you know we don't want that pack to go over to the hunter who pulled. Again, get the Seal of Light down. We're just gonna be holy striking. We're gonna be healing people as appropriate, and you'll notice Holy Strike is sufficient in healing non-tanks. You still want to Flash of Light your tanks, but for other melee like rogues and warriors who are not tanking, your Holy Strike is going to be pretty solid in just keeping them up from any cleave damage or any AoE damage that they take. Now that doesn't mean if you see a player at 50% health, you just keep Holy Striking. You will use your Flash of Light, you will use your Holy Light, but again, it's dynamic. You want to play it by ear. It is super fun. You will top the meters because again, Holy Strike doesn't seem like it does a lot of healing, but when you take Blast Strikes, it scales off your healing power, and it does double the amount of healing to people around you than it does on yourself. So if it's doing 200 healing to you, it's doing 400 healing to the people around you, and it's 400 times 4. That's 1600 plus the 200. That's 1800 healing in the swing of your weapon. Very efficient. It costs no mana. It refunds the mana that it costs, and it triggers your wisdom if you have Seal of Wisdom up. As you'll notice, I do have Seal of Wisdom on myself, so you actually regen mana by Holy Striking. So this is incredibly mana efficient, and it's a ton of fun. It feels quite Paladin-y. That's going to be it for me. I hope this guide helps you in your melee healing journey. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, and as always, peace.